Hi, Pippa. Do you have a moment? I have something I want to show you, okay? Check this out. This is what Chad and I had for lunch. Nice, isn't it? I have to tell you, it was absolutely delicious. It's tacos, spicy chicken taquitos, and sausages. We got it at the new place that just opened at the mall. We had a lovely time, just the two of us.
Good for you. I'm glad you guys had fun.
Sorry for borrowing Chad again today. I know you must miss your husband, but he needs to spend time with his mama bear too, you know. By the way, I asked him if we should get something from the restaurant to bring home for you. But you'll never guess what he said. He said we didn't need to bother. A little mean of him to say that, don't you think?
Yeah, a little. That's too bad. It looks good.
But still, it's just such a shame you couldn't make it today, huh? You weren't able to make it because of work, was it?
That's right. I have work today.
What a pity. I guess the timing just didn't work out, huh? It happens. I suppose you can't always make it to everything. But if only you had a day off today, you could have joined us.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I just couldn't make it. Work is work, you know. Mind you, you guys know that I work on weekdays, right? That's nothing new. So I'm not sure whether it's an issue with my timing or your timing, if you take my meaning. I mean, if you really wanted me to join, you could have planned to have lunch on another day, right?
Oh, right. It seems my silly son forgot to tell you that we were going out today. So I guess you didn't know about it, huh? So sorry about him and his behavior. He can be such an airhead, that boy. I'll have a word to him about it later, as his mother.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Oh, wait, that reminds me. I wasn't contacting you to talk about this stuff. There's something more important on my mind. I was wondering, what time are you planning on coming home today?
Around 6 o'clock?
Oh, I see. Well, listen, I was talking to Chad earlier, and we have an idea.
You're gonna have dinner out and then come home later, right? Like you always do? Please, go ahead. Don't worry about me, I'll sort something out for myself here.
Ah, okay, wonderful. In that case, enjoy your dinner. We'll eat out tonight then. Thanks for your understanding. Anyway, have fun at work, okay? I'll see you later, love.
This is not the first time I've had a conversation like this with my mother-in-law. In fact, it's happened over and over and over again. I don't know if she thinks saying, sorry about all this, makes everything okay or what, but she would always show up to her house randomly and take off with my husband, Chad. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if that was all, but actually, Chad is a mommy's boy and insists on paying for all her food and drinks. On top of that, this happens 3 or 4 times a month, so it's actually costing me hundreds of dollars when you add it all up. Even though I've tried talking to both of them about it before, my words just seem to go in one ear and out the other. After months and months of this dragging on, I'm starting to get really fed up with the two of them.
Pippa, I'm sorry. Come back home. Please, don't divorce me. I was wrong. I can change. Just give me a second chance, okay?
Huh? Chad, what are you talking about? Why do you think I'm divorcing you? What's going on?
Well, I just got home and you're not here, so I'm wondering if you left me or something.
Ugh, I'm so sick of this. Chad, I told you I'm going to my high school reunion today.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, you did say something like that. I must have forgot about it. Sorry for alarming you.
But wait a minute. The fact that you thought I'd walked out on you must mean that you think you've done something bad enough to cause me to want to divorce you, right? That's why when you came home and I wasn't there, you panicked and messaged me like that. So, what did you do? Can you think of anything you've done that might have bothered me recently? And I advise you to answer carefully, by the way.
Well, I can't exactly say nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, that figures. I've talked to you a million times about it, right? Regarding your mother.
I know, but I've apologized about it, haven't I?
You think that's gonna fix everything? You think everything is gonna be okay as long as you say sorry? How many times do we have to go over the same thing again and again? When will you get it, Chad? I guess it's true what they say. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You guys are exactly alike in what you say and how you think.
I'm guessing you don't mean that as a compliment, do you?
Of course not. I'm completely sick of you both.
Oh, come on, you don't have to put it like that. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's not like we're trying to take advantage of you or anything. Mom is always saying how grateful to you she is, and how bad she feels about dining out and going shopping using your money.
Is that so? Well, if she really feels that way, then maybe she should show it with her actions and not just her words. It's easy enough for you to say sorry and thank you, but it doesn't mean anything if she doesn't take action. If your mom really felt bad about what she was doing, then why has she kept doing it for years and years, huh?
Oh, please, years and years? It hasn't been that long, has it? I think you're blowing all of this out of proportion, sweetie. It's not that much of a big deal. You're just working yourself up over nothing. No one else has a problem with this situation.
Well, no kidding. You two are the ones who are enjoying the sweet life at my expense, so of course you guys wouldn't be the ones who have a problem, would you? And of course I'm worked up. Anyone in this situation would be. Why can't you understand? Which reminds me, ever since the day of our wedding, you've been spending a small fortune on my mother-in-law.
It's not that much. You're exaggerating, love. Stop blowing things out of proportion.
It is a fortune. You just don't care because it's not your money. Every time your mom calls you up and tells you to come out with her, you just run straight to the door with your tail wagging. I wouldn't mind so much if you paid for things using your own money, but you use my credit card to pay for everything. How am I supposed to save money like this? Do you think I work this hard just so you and your mother can go shopping together? And this has been continuing for 3 years, but no matter how many times I've talked to you guys about it, you never stop. You just say sorry and continue doing what you're doing because you don't care enough to change. You would rather be able to take your mother out shopping than listen to your nagging wife, wouldn't you? Give me a break already, Chad.
Wow, 3 years? So it's been going on for 3 years already? Where did the time go? I didn't even think about it. Oops.
Yup, 3 years. And I've been trying to get you guys to stop going out and spending my money the entire time, right? But nothing's changed. Do you see why I'm frustrated now? I don't think you've listened to a single one of my requests the entire time that we've been married. And your mother's attitude hasn't changed either. Why? Aren't we family? Don't you guys care about me enough to listen to what I'm saying?
I'm really sorry about all of this, love. I didn't realize how mad you were about it.
It's not something to laugh about.
Yeah, I know it isn't. But I'm just saying, the fact that you haven't left me yet means that you can't actually be that mad about it, right?
Huh? Are you joking, Chad? Are you really trying to spin this situation positively just because I haven't left you yet? You really think I won't leave? Are you sure about that? There might well come a day where you come home to find I've packed my bags and left, just like what you thought I had today. And believe me, it's not like I haven't considered divorcing you either.
You have? You can't be serious. You wouldn't really divorce me, would you, Pippa?
Are you really willing to bet on that? I wouldn't take that gamble if I were you.
Okay, got it. Message received, okay? Please, don't leave me. I can change, I promise. And I'll say something to my mom, too. I'll tell her I can't take her out so much anymore. So please don't think about divorcing me anymore.
I don't know, Chad. How many times have you told me you could change? How many times have you promised to talk to your mother for me? And how many times have you betrayed those words? I don't think I can put up with it for very much longer.
I'm sorry, I really am. I don't know what else to say.
Forget it. Just forget it. I'm busy. I've got to get back to the party or people will wonder where I've got to.
Okay, I'll let you go. Sorry, Pippi.
When I first married Chad, I believed him when he told me things like, I'm sorry and I can change. But it's been 3 years since then and things are different now. At the time we were going out, I hadn't realized the extent to how much of a mama's boy he actually is. I just thought it was great to meet a man who honored and respected his mother. I thought he was an old-fashioned kind of a gentleman. So I ignored a lot of the warning signs and let a lot of weird behavior slide. Seeing that, maybe Chad and his mother realized they could take advantage of me. But whenever I bring up divorce, this is the response I get. He says sorry and promises to fix his behavior, but he never does. We've been over this 100 times by now. It's a shame. I mean, he'd be the perfect husband if he wasn't such a mommy's boy.
Hi, Pippi. How are you, love? Sorry to bother you while you're probably at work or something. Just a heads up, I'm at your and Chad's house at the moment doing some organizing. I've thrown out all your garbage and stuff too as a favor. Let Chad know as well, okay?
Wait, what? You're at our house right now.
You're welcome, by the way. The place is looking a lot tidier thanks to me.
And when you say you threw out all the garbage and stuff, what exactly does that mean? Who asked you to do that?
Oh, I just invited myself over, of course. And I didn't just take out the garbage. I also took some of the junk around the house to the rubbish tip.
Like what? I don't think we have any junk around the house. Please don't throw our stuff out without permission, Andrea.
Oh, don't worry about it. To tell you the truth, Chad came to me asking for advice the other day. He wanted to know if there was anything he could do to fix your recent bad mood. He seems to think you're upset at him. Would you believe that? My son's such a sweet, caring boy, isn't he? So I thought I'd do a little something to lighten your mood up.
Well, first of all, I'm not upset. And secondly, I don't need you to lighten my mood. I mean, I don't think there's anything you can do to help anyway.
Oh, really? Are you sure? Chad was in a real panic when he contacted me the other day. I was sure something must have happened. He was even talking about divorce, you know.
Was he now? I see.
So, you really are angry, aren't you? I knew it. Nothing gets past a mother, you know. You two fight a lot these days, huh?
I don't know if I agree with that, and it's not really your business anyway, is it?
I can't even imagine you getting into an argument. You're far too timid for that, aren't you? I mean, you're so kind of mature, aren't you? Or at least I thought you were. I didn't see you as the type of wife who nags at their husband. But I stand corrected, I suppose.
And whose fault do you think it is that things have gotten this way between Chad and I in the first place, huh?
What do you mean?
Nothing, forget it. Anyway, more importantly, what have you thrown out today? Why are you throwing our stuff out in an attempt to lighten my mood?
Oh my goodness, I seem to have upset you somehow. Oops, I guess I caught you in a bad mood today, huh? Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But back to the main topic. When I talked to Chad the other day, I gave him some advice. I told him that he should help out with the housework a little more if he wanted to appease you.
Okay, and then what?
Well, he was interested, of course, but he said he was too busy. So I snuck in to do the housework for him instead. Oh, whoops. I just realized I've completely exposed my secret. I was hoping you'd come home later and think Chad had done the housework, but I guess I've blown it now, haven't I? That's too bad. Oh, silly me.
Stop rambling. I've heard enough. Would you just get on with it already, damn it?
Wait, what?
You said you threw out some junk, right? That's what you said. So just tell me what you threw away already, for God's sake. I haven't got all day, you know. This is important, okay? Are you still there? Answer me right now, Andrea. Don't you dare ignore me.
Hey, Pippi. I just talked to my mom. It sounds like you were pretty rude to her, apparently. Did you say damn to my mom? What's going on? Did something bad happen?
Chad, where are you right now?
Don't answer my question with another question. Is it really true? Did you actually say that stuff? Why would you do this, Pippa? What has my mom ever done to you? How can you talk like that to your own mother-in-law? Her feelings are really hurt, you know? She even cried. I want you to apologize to her.
You've heard the story before, haven't you? About my coat? The brown designer coat I have at home? My parents bought that as a present for me when I graduated from university. It wasn't cheap, you know, and we were a poor family back then, but they saved their money for it and wanted to buy me something special.
Huh? What are you talking about? What does this story have to do with my mom?
Oh, and also the glass picture frame my sister gave us as a wedding present 3 years ago?
What about it? What is going on, Pippi? You're rambling, babe. Slow down and explain yourself calmly.
They were both thrown away by that mother of yours. The coat is torn to shreds and lying in the garbage. And the glass picture frame has been shattered into pieces. Do you understand why I'm upset now?
Huh? Why? This is crazy. What happened? This doesn't make any sense.
I got a message from your mom this afternoon while I was at work. She said that she'd snuck over to our house to do some tidying up and that she'd thrown out all the junk in the house.
Yeah, I heard about that. So what? She's just trying to be nice. Listen, I talked to my mom the other day about the conversation we had after I came home the other day, when you talked about divorcing me. I asked her for some advice, and she told me that you'd probably really appreciate it if I helped you out around the house. It looks like she did that for me, though. What's the problem?
Well, I heard that's what happened too. So, can you explain what's going on? Can you explain why my coat is torn to shreds in the garbage and why our glass picture frame is shattered in a million pieces right now?
Well, I just asked my mom about it, and she said that the coat was looking pretty old and worn out, so she thought you didn't want it anymore. So she threw it in the garbage. As for the picture frame, the glass was cracked and she thought we might cut ourselves on it, so she got rid of it.
Is that right? In that case, was it really necessary for her to throw out the photo itself? The one from her wedding day?
Huh? What do you mean?
And as for the coat, it was hanging up in my closet, wasn't it? So what I'm asking you is, why did your mom decide to let herself into our house without permission, go through my closet, and just throw my stuff out while I wasn't home? I mean, who does that? Is she crazy?
Pippi, just calm down. I don't see what you're so angry about. She was just trying to be helpful. She didn't mean anything by it.
And by the way, the picture frame was not broken, I guarantee it. I saw it just this morning before I left, and it didn't have so much as a scratch on it.
What does that mean?
It means the picture frame was never broken in the first place, Chad. Trust me, every morning after I wake up, I clean around the entrance, including all the picture frames. So if it was broken or cracked, then I would have noticed something this morning. But it was totally fine, I'm telling you.
So, wait, are you telling me that my mom was lying or something? But why would she do something like that? Think about it. It doesn't make any sense for mom to lie about the picture frame being broken if it wasn't. I'm sure she must be telling the truth. You were probably just tired or in a hurry this morning. Are you sure you didn't break it yourself while you were cleaning it today?
Why are you so desperate to defend her, Chad? Look, since it's come to this, just let me be perfectly clear about how I feel. Your mother is always going out of her way to do nasty things to people, especially to me. She makes trouble for everyone and then says, "Oh, sorry about that," and moves on like nothing happened. But she never changes her behavior. You know that about her, right? And yet you've been letting her get away with it for all these years.
Huh? What kind of nasty things is she doing? Are you talking about me paying for her when we go out?
Christ, Chad, are you still half asleep? It's not just the money thing I'm upset about. I'm talking about her doing stuff like throwing away other people's possessions without their permission. This isn't even the first time she's done this, you know.
Huh? It's not?
Do you remember that time I spent months making pickles? And when we thought they'd be ready and we went to get them out the pantry, they weren't there? Then you found out your mom had already thrown the jars out without asking. And all she said when I confronted her was, "Oh, sorry, I thought they were rotten." And she's thrown out tons of my bags and clothes before too as well. When I asked her about it before, she just said, they looked all old and they were stained, even though they were all brand new. To top it all off, when she wants to lash out at me and insult me, she's sly enough that she only ever does it over the phone, so that there's no message left as evidence. Clever of her, isn't it? I thought that you were faintly aware of her behavior, but I guess not, huh?
Wait a minute, Pippi. This is my elderly mother we're talking about there. She would never do any of these things. She's a sweet old lady. Why would you say all this stuff about her?
So that's how it is, huh? Even after hearing all this, you're still on her side? You don't believe your own wife? I'm disappointed, Chad. But on the other hand, my resolve is stronger than ever.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about my resolve to divorce you, of course.
Huh? You're not serious. You can't divorce me. Don't say that.
What other choice do I have here? You two are never going to change. This stuff is going to continue on and on forever at this rate. I can see that now. But I just can't put up with it anymore. I'm done.
Please, Pippi, don't talk to me about divorce anymore. Don't think poorly of my mom, okay? She hasn't done anything wrong. Mom was so shocked by what you said to her, she came crying to me about all of this, you know? Seriously. I swear, she's not the bad guy here. This is my mom we're talking about. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
So that's your answer, is it? You're siding with her in the end and not me. I should have known.
No, really, it's not like that. I just need a little more time, okay? Can you do that for me? I need to think about things for myself. This is all a lot to process, you know? Don't get me wrong, you're my precious wife, and I love you very much. But this is my mother we're talking about, you know? She raised me. I can't just pick between the two of you like that. If possible, I want to talk to both of you about the situation before I come to any conclusions, okay? And besides, I know my mom can be kind of an airhead sometimes. She really might just be trying to help out going about it the wrong way, right? I think it's very possible that you're just misunderstanding her. Have an open mind. Try to see things from her perspective.
Is that all you can say? You're just gonna let nature take its course at this point? I see.
Please don't say anything more than that. My head is spinning here. I can't cope. Can we give this conversation a break so I can get my thoughts straight? I'll stay at my mom's house tonight. I think maybe we need a bit of time apart to think, you know?
I've done my thinking for 3 long years. You can do whatever you want. Run away to your mother like you always do. I don't care anymore.
Listen, I'll talk to my mom about everything, okay? We'll figure things out together and then we'll have an answer for you. For now, let's just cool our heads before going any further with this.
Fine. Talk to you later then.
I'll message you later when things have calmed down. Bye, Pippi.
I couldn't wait any longer. My resolve had hardened and my mind was made up. The next day, Chad came home and acted like nothing had happened. That was the last straw. I decided to start with domestic separation at first and then divorce him at a later date. For a while, I considered going back to my home state to stay with my sister and her husband, but I decided in the end that I wouldn't want to burden them and began preparations to get my own apartment. These days, Chad and I are technically separated, but we're still living in the same house. So even though I'm working full-time, I have to do all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry for myself too. Chad is in the same situation. As a result, things got pretty awkward around the house, and eventually my husband decided to go and live with his parents. However, my crazy mother-in-law, never being one to let an opportunity pass her by to take advantage of the situation, and did something unthinkable.
Hi, dearie. It's been a while, huh? Listen, I just made a group chat for you, me, and Chad, so make sure to join.
No, thank you.
Huh? But what are we supposed to do if you don't join? If you don't join, then that'll just make things more difficult for everyone. Don't you agree? I wanted to ask you about the holiday, you see?
What holiday?
Oh, didn't you hear? Chad and I have been planning to go on a family vacation together. It's all we've been talking about recently. I'm surprised he didn't tell you himself. Look, I know things between you and Chad have been a little tense lately. But that's all the more reason to get away from things and cool one's head, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
So anyway, we're leaving at the beginning of next month, so it would be really great if you could take care of the house while we're away.
Wait, what?
I thought if anything happened that we should be aware, and you could report it to us by using the group chat. Nice idea, isn't it? Chad thought it was a good plan, too. I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems like Chad has a lot on his mind recently. So I suggested that we take a little vacation together to get his mind off things and release his stress. And he thought it was a really great idea. Of course, I'm sure my son will be back like a new man when he gets back, you'll see. Hello? Pippi, are you still there? Oh.
Pippi, what's up? Where did you go? Mom sent an invite to you to join our group chat, but you haven't accepted it yet, right?
What do you want?
Huh? I just told you, the group chat? Are you going to join or what? You got some messages from Mom about the family vacation as well, right? Did you see the messages?
Yeah, I saw them. It's a family vacation you guys are going on, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So you did get Mom's messages. Anyway, what do you think?
Why don't you go? I mean, your mom went out of her way to contact me to let me know about your family vacation. She seemed really happy about it too.
Oh, she did, huh?
And you thought it was a great idea, didn't you? So then you said, let's make it family members only, am I right?
Well, yeah. What's the problem? It is a family vacation after all. I thought that maybe we could patch things up while we're away. Don't you think that would be nice?
Oh, is that right? Well, your mother's telling me to stay home and take care of the house while you guys are away. What do you think of that?
Huh? Wait, what did you say?
Well, well, well. When I checked my messages just now, I can see the chat has been deleted. Trying to destroy the evidence, perhaps?
Wait, what's going on? Was I lied to? Huh? This doesn't make any sense. Mom told me that I should patch things up with you before things get any worse. And my mom would never lie about that. Let's stop fighting, okay? I want to get along with you again. I know that you want that too, don't you? So let's make up, okay? Please?
I don't care what happens to my husband or my ex-mother-in-law anymore. I'm completely done with both of them and I just want to move on with my life. But I can't let my mother-in-law just do as she pleases. I decided that from then on, I would ignore their messages and quietly continue my preparations to move house on my own.
Hey, so I'll be going on the vacation now, okay? Are you at home at the moment? You are, right? What would you like as a souvenir? Any requests? If you do have a request, you can send it to the group chat too. Whatever it is, I'll get it for you, so don't hesitate. By the way, I was talking to Mom the other day while we were packing, and she said that when she invited you to come on the family vacation, you refused her. So it seems like you two just have different versions of what's happening, huh? You're both saying completely different things. I knew it must have all been some kind of misunderstanding. Anyway, while I'm away, just take some time to think about things and cool your head off. Then, once we get back, you'll apologize to Mom, right? Right, Pippi?
Hello, dearie. Chad and I are on our way back home now. By the way, I've been wanting to ask you something. Chad said that after we get back, you're going to apologize to me. That's wonderful news. I'm really looking forward to making things up with you. It's a shame all of this has gotten so out of hand because of a few simple misunderstandings, isn't it? But, well, it'll all be sorted out soon, I suppose. Don't worry about it too much. Everything will be fine. Well, see you soon. Oh, and by the way, you're not going to get any souvenirs, obviously. My silly son tried to buy you some things while we were away, but I soon put a stop to it. I mean, you know, it's your own fault that you couldn't come on the trip after all, being so immature and silly. So you don't deserve to get a souvenir, do you now? It just makes sense. That's your punishment for being so selfish, isn't it?
Hey, Pippi. Long time no speak, huh? You'll come home soon, right? Please? I'm really sorry about everything. I was wrong, okay? I know that now. I'm begging you, please come back home to me. I miss you, babe.
Huh? Wait a minute? How come you're able to contact me right now?
I had to make a new account. No matter how many messages I sent you, you just ignored me on my main account. So I had no choice but to resort to this. Well, I guess you must have blocked me or something like that, huh?
I see.
Hey, listen, before you block me again, can you let me say my piece? I know that I was wrong about everything. You can blame it all on me. You talked to my dad about everything that happened, didn't you? I'm sure you've already heard all about what happened after my mom and I came back from our vacation.
Yeah, I know all about it. Your mom and dad divorced, right?
I mean, geez, Pippi, if you had screenshots of your conversation with my mom all along, then why didn't you just show them to me sooner? If you had shown me proof of what you were saying back then, I would have no choice but to believe you.
Is that so? Would you really have believed me, Chad? Even if I'd shown you evidence, are you sure you wouldn't have made up some kind of excuse for her?
Of course not. I wouldn't have, really.
I don't believe you. For 3 years of our marriage, you never once honestly listened to my side of the story. You just kept siding with your mother and running to defend her every single time. Always taking her side, making up excuses for her. It didn't seem to matter what I said. Even when I brought up divorce, you couldn't change your ways. So I lost all interest in trying to explain to you what was really going on.
No, it wasn't like that. You've got to believe me.
In the end, my father-in-law was the only one who ever listened to me. After you went back to live with your parents, he became concerned about me and wanted to know what was really going on. So he got in contact with me. That's when I told him about everything that had been happening, including the family vacation you two were planning. He was totally shocked, I think. He thought the whole thing was ridiculous. He told me that I should divorce you if you didn't get your act together. Well, I was already planning on divorcing you at that point, wasn't I? So I prepared everything quietly by myself and left the house while you guys were away on your trip.
But hang on. You actually waited for me, didn't you, Pippi?
Huh? What do you mean?
Dad divorced Mom and she went back to live in Brooklyn. That's when I finally realized everything. I heard it all from Dad, and he showed me the evidence. I can't believe that Mom was doing and saying such terrible things to you behind my back the whole time we were married. It makes me sick.
So you finally realized it, huh? Took you long enough, Chad. Anyway, can you explain what you meant when you said I waited for you? What are you talking about?
I mean, you did, didn't you? You waited for me. It's already been a year since the last time we met, but we're still not officially divorced, are we? That means you must have been waiting for me to see the error of my ways, right? You're giving me one final chance.
But I did divorce you, Chad.
You did? Huh? When? How?
You mean you really don't remember? You don't remember the divorce papers written by your mom?
Oh, those? She said they were a good luck charm for a happy marriage or something like that.
Yeah, those. So you do remember.
You submitted them?
Well, ever since we first got married, she'd been showing them in my face, saying stuff like, you know you can divorce Chad anytime, okay? She even, ever so helpfully, filled out the witness form for me. I mean, how could I not use it when it had all been so thoroughly prepared beforehand?
No way. Seriously?
In hindsight, I'm really glad I had those papers prepared in advance. Sure saved me a lot of time, didn't it?
I don't believe this. So, we really are divorced.
And as for alimony, don't worry. Your dad has very kindly already paid it for you. Which means that I no longer need to have anything to do with you anymore. Not at home, not in a court of law. We're done. It's such a relief, honestly.
Wait, please, just give me a second chance. This can't be happening.
Now I can disappear from your life without any reservations. Oh wait, I already have. Originally, I'd planned on talking to a lawyer about getting a divorce and alimony. However, my father-in-law, who taken into account my mother-in-law's use of my savings, took it upon himself to pay all of it back to me on her behalf. As I received a generous amount from him, I decided to forget about the alimony and just move on with my life. As for my idiot ex-husband and his mother, they were both kicked out of my father-in-law's house when they tried to visit him on vacation. Then they came home to where I was living with Chad, but I wasn't there anymore. When they tried to get in contact with me and couldn't, my mother-in-law snapped and went crazy. That's when my ex-husband became distrustful of her. After that, they went to my father-in-law and he told them what had happened. If Chad had just trusted me from the beginning, none of this would ever have happened. Nowadays, he lives with his mother. Apparently, they're just barely able to get by, and life is pretty tough for them. Not that I care. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.
Dylan, can I talk to you now? There's something I need to discuss with you.
Oh, hi, Elisa. What is it? You know you can always talk to me.
Well, it's about my son, Cole.
Oh, I see. You know, we shouldn't really be discussing school matters on our private cell phones. Even though you and I grew up together, if someone found out we were messaging each other about work... I mean, your son being in my class and everything. The other parents might think I was showing favoritism or something like that.
I'm sorry, but before I called the school about this, I thought it might be easier just to ask you. You're his teacher, after all. I know I'm not technically going through the right channels to do it, but...
Okay, fine. Just this one time. What's going on?
Cole's refusing to go back to school. He says he doesn't like it anymore. But when I ask him why, he won't give me a reason other than he doesn't like it.
Huh? Are you saying the past 2 days he's been absent is because of that? I had no idea. The office told me you had called in saying Cole was sick. I just assumed he had caught a cold.
Well, it's not uncommon for a kid not to want to go to school every now and then, right? So the first day he was begging me to let him stay home, I did. But then he did it again today, and now he's saying he's not going tomorrow either. I asked him if something happened at school to cause this, but he won't tell me.
If there was something going on with the other students in his class, you'd think I would have noticed. But there's nothing going on that I'm aware of.
So you don't know either, huh? Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on Cole and see if I can get him to talk to me about it. Sorry to bother you.
No problem. Hey, I'll talk to some of Cole's friends at school and see if they know anything either. If I find anything out, I'll message you. Don't worry too much about it, okay? For now, just try to give Cole some room and don't press the subject too much. If you keep bothering him about it, I think it might make things even worse.
You're probably right. Thanks. If he stays like this for a while, I'll contact the school and tell them what's going on. For now, I'll just tell them he's still got a cold. Thanks for your help.
Elisa, I haven't heard back from you. Is everything okay? I see that Cole still hasn't returned to school. Why haven't you messaged me? Is it because you're just trying to avoid contacting me directly? Don't worry about that. I want Cole to come back to school too. If you're having any trouble, I want you to know you can always talk to me. I want to help.
Oh, sorry. I've just been busy with a lot of things, so I forgot to message you. That's all.
What? You're kidding. Your son has been refusing to go to school for over a week and you've been busy with other things? I had no idea you were that kind of person.
I think I should be saying that to you. I had no idea you were the type of person to do a thing like this.
Wait. What's going on here? Why are you getting angry with me? What exactly did I do to deserve this?
Cole told me why he didn't want to go to school anymore. He said his friends have been fighting with him, and he's being alienated by his entire class.
Oh, I see. Well, it's not uncommon for children to fight. I'm sure you've heard the saying, kids can be cruel. But I'm sure those kids are sorry now, and they're waiting for Cole to come back to school so they can apologize to him. So, just tell him to come back and we can get this whole thing straightened out.
Yeah, that sounds good. Except that's not what's going to happen, is it? You're the one who turned everyone against Cole, aren't you?
What? You think I'd do something like that? I'm his teacher. Why would you say something like that? I'd never do something mean like that to one of my students.
You listen here. I'm only telling you what I know for a fact.
A fact? No teacher would turn a whole class against one student. In this day and age, even elementary school students have cell phones. These days, everything can easily be recorded, so no one would do that. You've got nothing to be worried about.
You're right. I can't believe that any teacher would be stupid enough to try something like that nowadays either. And believe me, I'm not worried about anything. Yet, here we are, discussing exactly that.
Come on, Elisa. This is me we're talking about. We've known each other since we were kids. Why would I try to turn anyone against your son?
Maybe because you're still bitter from what happened with us years ago? Like, for example, the time when you proposed to me and I turned you down. And then later when I married that guy that you hated.
That has nothing to do with anything. Come on now. That happened over 10 years ago. Do you think I even care about that anymore? After all this time, do you think I still have feelings for you or something?
I didn't think you did. That's why when I moved back to the area, I figured I'd give you my contact info again. But I guess I was wrong about that, huh?
Oh, God. Just think about what you're saying. You're a woman in your late 30s with a kid now. Stop thinking that you're irresistible. You're only fooling yourself. What's this really about? Is your husband not paying attention to you anymore or something? Are you so desperate for attention you've got to make up things about other people still having feelings for you? The way you're acting is disgusting.
Your dad's a high school dropout, so I don't expect much from you. You don't have a single good gene in you, and you're not good at anything. You're useless, and you'll never amount to anything. You're going to turn out just like your dad. If you even consider telling your mom about any of this, something's going to happen to you or to her. Those are all things you said to my son, aren't they? You even forbid everyone in your class from speaking to him, didn't you? What's wrong with you? Are you trying to get revenge on me by taking it out on my boy? You're not even acting like a man.
Oh my God. This is all absurd. So, this is what Cole told you. Kids lie all the time. You're a mom. You should know that. Unless you've got proof, I suggest you stop trying to make me out to look like the bad guy here. I knew there was something wrong with you. You seemed to be a lot more level-headed years ago. Honestly, I feel a little disappointed in you right now.
I'm his mother. Of course I'm going to believe my son. What I can't believe is that his teacher would say things like that to him. Do you have any idea what something like this could do to a child? You're supposed to be his teacher.
God, I hate when parents use that line on me. You're supposed to be a teacher. I hate that. Yeah, I'm a teacher. So what? I think I see the kids more often in a year than their own parents do. That's why I think you should believe me a little more than you believe them. Tell me, who does it make sense to believe? A lying kid or a grown adult? Are you gonna take his word over mine?
I'm gonna believe my son.
Oh, is that so? Well then, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Do you have proof? Do you have proof that I said all these things to Cole? If so, where is it?
I don't have any proof of what you said to Cole.
Just like I thought. And that means this conversation is over. If you've got anything else to say to me, I suggest you call the school and have them relay it to me.
Oh, we're not finished yet. I said I don't have any proof of what you said to Cole. But I have proof you turned the whole class against him.
Look, to tell you the truth, I'm tired of talking to you about this. I have no idea what kind of proof you think you have, but if you want to report me to the school, go ahead.
Is that so? Okay then, I will.
But I think you should know this first. Just in case you want to try starting something and saying I did something. Just know that I have people who will vouch for me.
You know someone who will vouch for a lying teacher?
My uncle. He works for the Board of Education. He's always got my back. Even if you try to get me in trouble, he'll help me out. He'll, how do I put this? He'll stamp out any fires before they get out of control.
Oh, so that's why you think you can act like an idiot and get away with it, huh? I see. Well then, how about I tell you something that you don't know?
Like what?
It's quite a coincidence, but my father-in-law is also there.
Your father-in-law?
Yeah, my husband's dad is the head of the Board of Education of this city. That means no matter where your uncle is in the BOE, he's lower than my father-in-law.
What? You're kidding. Then, hey, what is this proof of yours?
Huh?
You said you had proof that I turned the class against Cole.
Oh, why do you suddenly care? Didn't you just tell me that if I wanted to report you, to just go right ahead?
Just tell me what proof you have. And just so you know, a kid saying something happened isn't proof that it happened. You don't have any proof. You're just trying to trick me into saying I did something, aren't you?
My proof is a recording of you threatening your students about this. You said it yourself not too long ago, didn't you? In this day and age, even elementary school students have smartphones.
A recording? Students aren't allowed to bring their cell phones to school. If they get caught doing it, they're in big trouble. No student at our school would be stupid enough to do that.
I'm aware they aren't supposed to, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. A student took a chance and snuck their smartphone in. They knew they could get in serious trouble for it, but they decided it was worth the risk to help out a friend.
Who did it? Which one of those snotty little brats recorded me? Tell me.
I'm not telling you.
Just tell me.
Even if I told you, it wouldn't change what's going to happen to you. They may have broken a school rule by bringing their phone to class, but they did it to save a friend from a tyrant of a teacher. They're not going to get in trouble for this. Even if you don't understand that now, you will soon. Talk to you later.
Hey, wait. Don't try to run from me. I asked you who recorded me. Hey! Elisa, I feel bad about how I treated Cole. I'm sorry. It looks like I might be losing my job. I should never have tried to use my students to get back at you. Is there any way I can apologize to Cole for what I did? I was told that if you and Cole were willing to forgive me, they might let me keep my job. I'm begging you. Please give me a chance to apologize to both of you.
I thought I told you never to contact me again. If you want to contact me, you have to do it through your lawyer. Otherwise, I'm going to inform the school. I'll never forgive you for turning your whole class on my son, and scaring and threatening all those kids to keep their mouths shut about it. I think it's terrible that people like you can even get those kinds of jobs. I'm never letting you speak to my son again.
But I had a good reason for all this. It's because I love you, Elisa. You broke my heart when you married that loser of a man. He's a high school dropout. I was planning on marrying you. I knew I could make you happy. But you turned me down when I proposed to you. My life has been hell ever since.
Is that so? I understand.
You understand? I knew you would. So this means you're going to give me another chance?
I mean, I understand now that you're a worthless human being and that you'll never change. We never even dated. Why did you think you could propose to someone who you never even dated? Don't ever contact me again. You make me sick.
Huh? This whole incident was your fault.
Excuse me?
If you hadn't shown up in my life again, none of this ever would have happened. But you had to move back to this town and enroll your kid in the school I worked at. And worse yet, you had him put in my class. You brought all this on yourself. Why can't you see that it's your own fault?
You're gonna try to blame all this on me? I grew up in this town too. My family is here. I have every right to live here. And I never had my son put in your class. You just happened to teach his grade, and the school placed him in there. It wasn't my decision. And if you've got a problem with how the school or the board makes decisions, why don't you take that up with them? If you didn't want my son in your class, you could have pulled some strings. I thought you said you had someone who's always got your back. Did you forget something? Your uncle works for the Board of Education. During the time Cole was refusing to go to school, I got a call from the mom of one of Cole's classmates. She told me that she heard that Cole's teacher, Mr. Reyes, really hated Cole and was picking on him. She said her child even told her that their teacher was getting angry at them if they even spoke to Cole, and that he was threatening them, telling them not to tell anyone about it. After calling a few other mothers and having them talk to their kids about this, I found out very quickly that it was more serious than I had first thought. Even still, there wasn't much I could do about it at that time. We had a lot of students willing to speak up about it, but we didn't have any hard evidence to bring to the school board. That's when one of Cole's friends offered to try sneaking their smartphone into class and record Mr. Reyes threatening them and telling them not to speak to my son. Everyone was really scared about what Mr. Reyes might do if he caught the student recording them, but Cole's friends were really brave and worked together to keep it a secret. They brought up the topic of Cole, and as soon as they did, Mr. Reyes snapped. They were able to get everything he said recorded without him noticing they were doing it. I was so moved that so many people were willing to help out my son. When I found out we had gotten the evidence we needed, I immediately told my son. He was so relieved, and he told me all the mean things his teacher had been saying to him this whole time. After I took the evidence to the school and to the Board of Education, Mr. Reyes was fired from his position and won't be allowed to work as a teacher ever again. By the way, Mr. Reyes' uncle really did work for the Board of Education, but he was the person most outraged by what Mr. Reyes had done. In fact, it was Mr. Reyes' uncle who lobbied the hardest to have Mr. Reyes fired. I've got to say, that man really does have a good head on his shoulders. I'm surprised he's even related to Mr. Reyes. Now that Mr. Reyes isn't teaching anymore, my son is back in school. I was a little nervous that Mr. Reyes, Dylan, might come back and try getting even with me again. My husband and I were even considering moving, or having my son change schools or something. But Cole said he's got lots of close friends at this school, and he wants to stay here and graduate with them. After seeing firsthand just how great his friends really are, and how they handled the situation for my son, I figured it would be best to stay here, surrounded by people who care. One other little thing about that. Not long after the whole incident got settled, my son came home with his first girlfriend. She was actually the student who had risked sneaking her smartphone into class to try to get the recording to help Cole. I wonder if maybe she was the real reason Cole told me he didn't want to change schools. Thanks for watching! If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time!
Hey girl, how's it going? Did you see the manager chew out Todd again? Man, it was so tragic. He was just standing there shaking and all teary-eyed. Then he bolted for the washroom. That's a fully grown man running away from his superior at the office. Can you believe it? Hey, are you there?
Hey, Katie. Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty sad, wasn't it? I don't think Lisa needed to go that far. I felt kind of bad for Todd.
But it's Todd. The dude's always making mistakes at work. It's not like I'm happy about it, but you've got to admit he deserves the tongue lashings Lisa gives him.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on! You know he's totally useless. He wouldn't be getting in trouble all the time if he was doing well.
I guess you're right. I just feel bad for Todd because he's the butt of the joke all the time. The guy has it tough, you know?
The dude has IBS and is always talking about it. You think people aren't going to make fun of him for that? I guess Todd does have it crummy. He didn't ask to be born with a broken butt.
Yeah, that's a medical thing. I agree he talks about it way too much, though.
Right? Anyway, enough about Todd and his various stink bombs. We have more important matters to discuss.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Will you, Anna Simmons, go out to drinks with me tonight? Come on! We haven't gone out for so long!
You're such a drama queen.
Well, are we going out or not? Answer.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can tonight.
Again? Seriously, Anna? What is going on with you? Are you getting too old to party?
Not too old. Just, we do have work tomorrow, you know. Plus, I have other stuff to do, too.
Like what? What's so important that you turned down my invitation again? Huh?
Katie, don't be like that. I'm studying. You know that.
Oh, yeah. You told me you were studying for some kind of certificate. I really don't know how you do it. Work full-time, study after work? No wonder you don't have a social life. I'm getting worried about you.
It's not that bad. I actually enjoy it. I'm studying for a project management certificate. The exams are next month. If I get the certificate, it'll give me an edge at work and look good on my resume. Besides, I like studying.
Total weirdo. I don't get you at all. I mean, maybe if it was something I was passionate about, I'd bother trying to study. But it's work. Project management? Seriously? You are such a nerd.
Fine, I'm a nerd. I wouldn't say I'm passionate about work, but it's fun to learn things. To each their own, I guess.
Uh-huh. That's definitely not my thing. I only work because I need money. As soon as I can, I'm quitting this boring job. I can't wait. I'm going to yell, "Bye, losers!" and walk out of there and never look back. Working's not for me.
What? You're quitting? That sucks.
Not right now. Eventually, pretty soon, I hope. When I get married, I want to stay at home. You know, be a housewife, have a couple of kids. I'll dedicate myself to cooking and taking care of the kids. My husband can bring home the bacon.
You want to be a homemaker? I didn't know that.
What? You think there's something wrong with a homemaker? That's how things were for centuries, you know. A delicate flower needs to be taken care of. So as soon as I can, I'm going to get married and then I'm out of here.
Good for you. Really, I don't have anything against homemakers. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. I just meant that I'll miss you. You're right about us not hanging out as much lately. It's just that life gets so busy, you know?
I think you mean too busy. How about you? Are those wedding bells I hear?
Wedding bells? No, not at all, really. I mean, it's not like I'm against it, but it's just not my top priority right now. I'd like to get married eventually, but I plan to keep working. I'm sure we'll have to make adjustments if we have kids, but I don't want to quit my job.
Seriously? Huh. I guess we really are totally different. But things are going well with Ben. I haven't talked to him for a bit either.
Yeah, Ben and I are fine. Nothing new, but nothing bad either. Sorry I don't have anything juicy to report. He's really busy at work lately too. We still see each other, but a lot less than before.
Aw, I hope everything is okay. You don't think you're growing apart, are you? You want me to check up on him?
Nah, it's okay. I trust him.
Okay. But is he going to marry you? That's the important thing.
Well, I don't know. He hasn't proposed, but we've been together for 2.5 years now. I'm sure he's thought about it.
Maybe you should give him some hints. He is a man after all. Don't assume he'll realize the obvious.
You're right there. Actually, it kinda came up once, but we both agreed we're not there yet. Age-wise, you know? I guess it's time to start thinking about stuff like that. Getting pretty close to the big 3-0.
Yep, for sure. No one's getting any younger here. How about this? You, Ben, and me. Drinks next weekend. You two can choose the day. We need to catch up. So, what do you say?
All right, I'll go. I don't know about Ben, though. He really is busy lately, and I think he has something going on next weekend.
Yeah, Ben's not allowed to say no to me. I won't let him.
Oh yeah, you guys grew up together. So you'll make sure he comes, I guess.
Duh! I'll drag him there by his feet if he tries to say no. And then we'll torture him to find out his intentions to marry.
That won't be necessary. Just some beer and nachos and good company, as usual.
Oh, you're no fun. Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon. Bye! Katie, what's going on? You're all dolled up today. Is there something special happening you want to tell me about?
Hey, Anna. You noticed, huh? I'm going on a date with my boyfriend tonight. I guess I did make a little bit more of an effort today.
You look fierce! But Katie, I didn't even know you had a boyfriend. You never talk about your love life.
Oh, yeah, well, I do have a boyfriend. I've been with him forever. Like, since we were in school together.
What? Really? How come you didn't tell me about him? What's with all the secrecy?
He's not a secret. It's just that we've been together so long, I didn't know when to bring it up. Like, oh, by the way, I have a boyfriend. just didn't come up. Besides, he's more like family, so I don't even think of him like a boyfriend sometimes.
That is so sweet. I love that. So he's so part of your life that he's like family to you, but you still glam yourself up for dates with him? That's a girly side of you I've never seen before. You must love him so much.
It's not like that. You know, I'm just putting a little extra thought into my appearance and such. It's normal. And it makes my boyfriend happy, so why not, you know? No big deal, really.
Are you being bashful? Katie! You are so adorable. Katie loves her boyfriend. That's great. Don't be shy about it.
Shut up, Anna! I know you try for Ben too. He told me all about it. Like those comic book thongs you bought.
You sure catered to his nerdy dreams. He was so happy he told me all about it. What? He told you? That's a little personal. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I know, Ben's an oversharer. I swear, I never asked him anything like that. He just kept going on and on about it, and I was just nodding, you know? He even did the Batman dance for me. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Batman! Holy bunions! To my Batcave, Robin!
Okay, calm down. That is definitely way too much information. I need to talk to Ben about this.
Well, get out your bat signal!
That doesn't even make sense. Ben's not going to be getting any sexy surprises anytime soon.
Aw, don't be mad at him. He was just excited, so he told me. We've been friends forever, so it's not that weird. He's always told me everything. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
No, it's okay. I was just surprised Ben would tell you something that intimate about us. I guess it makes sense, though. I'm sure he shared lots of personal stuff with you over the years.
I guess.
I'm glad he has a close friend like you. I mean, you're my friend too, but you know what I mean.
For sure. I mean, Ben's not just a friend, but kinda, I guess.
What?
I mean, he's like my oldest buddy. We're not friends. I totally tied him to the merry-go-round at school and spun him around. I guess that means I was playing Batman with him before you were.
Yeah, he told me about that. He puked, right?
What doesn't kill you simply makes you stronger. But on a serious note, if he's still playing Batman with you, he's probably not mature enough to get married, huh?
We'll see. How about you? You told me you want to quit your job. Any chance I'm getting a wedding invitation soon?
Me? Not right away, at least. I mean, I'd like to, but, you know, it's complicated. We've been together so long, it's like we're already an old married couple.
That's great, though. I'm sure he'll propose soon enough. Have you talked to him about marriage?
Like, bring it up myself? No, I can't be that direct. I've sort of hinted at the topic, but I don't think he even noticed. I guess I should maybe try to make it a little more obvious for him. Guys are so obtuse.
I know, but you can't expect them to read your mind either. I'm sure each couple is different, but for me, subtle hints never work with Ben. You've been dating him for a really long time now, right? It's basically definite that you two are going to get married. You should give him a kick in the butt. Get things started. No offense, but waiting around might just stress you out. If you want things to change, you should say something.
Like, will you marry me? You think I should propose?
That's one idea. Nothing wrong with the girl proposing. Or you could just make it really obvious for him, so he'd actually get the message. Maybe leave a bridal magazine on the coffee table, or maybe bookmark a Pinterest page with wedding dresses.
Right. Okay, I like this. Maybe I'll ask him to look at some churches with me. I could take him to the church my parents got married in.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty straightforward. The topic of marriage would come up naturally, too. I say go for it. Get your husband, quit your job, have babies, and be happy. I'll sure miss you at work, but you should go for what you want in life.
Thanks, Anna. I will. I'm going to go buy a stack of wedding magazines right now. He's going to be bombarded with so much subliminal messaging, he's going to be hearing wedding bells in his sleep. From my earphones, of course.
Don't go crazy or anything. I'm sure it will all work out. Visiting the church your parents got married in sounds like a great idea. Let me know how it goes, okay? I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks! I'll message you what happens. TTYO! Hey, Ben and I are going out for drinks at the Pig's Ear tonight. You're coming too, right?
Hey, Katie. Yeah, Ben told me about it. I'll come too. It's been a while since we hung out, the three of us.
You're right about that. Do you know how long it's been since Ben and I have kicked back and relaxed together? It's been forever! I guess he's spending all his time with you. Let him out to play sometimes, Anna. Don't keep him all to yourself.
It's not like that at all. Ben and I have been studying, and work's been busier than usual, too. I've barely seen Ben the past month. I'm not trying to keep him away from you or anything. It's just life getting in the way as usual.
Life getting in the way, huh? I know what you mean. First, you check up on each other less and less. Then he starts telling you he's busy on days you were going to meet up, and you end up drinking all the wine by yourself. It's like he doesn't care how I feel, don't you think? Can't he see I miss him? I feel kinda abandoned. I know it's important to be understanding. I want to support him through difficult times and stuff, but I just miss him so much, you know?
Katie? Who are you talking about?
Ben! Duh! I miss my buddy! He's never around anymore! Boo you!
Oh, okay. Right, you miss your buddy. It was just that... Anyway, Ben's just busy, that's all. I'm sure he'll make time for his buddy when things settle down at work. Don't worry.
You think so? It's just that we've always been so close. Now I barely see him.
Don't you live in the same building as him? You probably see him more than I do. We're all adults, Katie. It sucks, but it's true.
I miss my Benny. I guess you're right, though. He'll call when things settle down at work. I shouldn't be so pushy. I trust him. We made a pact as kids we'd always be there for each other.
That's sweet. I guess you guys are really close. I don't think I had a childhood friend like that.
Oh! I just realized what happened. You thought I was talking about my boyfriend when I was talking about Ben. That was my bad. I guess I got a little carried away.
No problem. I was just a little confused. You started talking about feeling lonely and missing him, so I thought maybe the conversation switched over to your boyfriend. But I totally get it. You guys grew up together, and you're really close. I can see how you would miss your friend.
Well, yeah, of course. It really sucks when I can't see him. He's not just a friend, you know? I really miss him.
Right, sorry. You're not friends, you're buddies. I get he's special to you.
Yep, special buddies. Since we were in high school. You know how it is.
Sorry, I don't understand. Special buddies?
Sex buddies, Anna. Do I have to spell it out for you? I thought Ben told you already.
What? Sex? No. What the hell? Katie, what's going on?
Oh, I guess he didn't tell you. It's no big deal. Ben and I have been special buddies since 9th grade, I guess. I know, it's a total cliche, but childhood best friends turned lover? It's the best.
Are you kidding me? I need you to explain to me what's going on right now. You're serious about this? You're telling me you and Ben are sleeping with each other. Now.
Not right now, silly. I'm at work. But yeah, off and on since we were 15. I guess you could say he was my first and only love.
So you're saying Ben's dating both of us? And you're okay with it? I've been with Ben for 2.5 years.
Yeah, and I've been with him for more than 20. I don't mind at all, don't worry. He can have his fun on the side. I've never had a problem with that. That's how strong our bond is, I guess. I just want him to be happy. I'll do whatever I have to make him happy.
You're serious? You don't think there's anything wrong with the situation?
Not really. Why would I? You know, plenty of cultures practice polygamy. I'm totally fine with him having a second girl to de-stress with on the side.
Okay. Wow. This is a lot of information. I don't know where to start, except I am not okay with being in a polygamous relationship. I'm not sharing my boyfriend. Obviously, this is way out of left field, so I'm going to talk to Ben about this. Is there anything else I should know before I go talk to him?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, I don't see what the big deal is. Don't you want Benny to be happy? If you really love someone, you should accept him exactly the way he is. Ben is a very sexual person. I don't want to be petty. Ben deserves all the happiness in the world.
Uh-huh. And you're his first wife and I'm his second? This is too crazy. You're sounding insane.
I think it's insane that you would want to keep someone all to yourself, controlling his desires. My love for Ben is more than that. Go ask Ben about his relationship with me. He'll tell you we have a special connection. Ask him about his first kiss.
I'm going to. I'm just kinda in shock. All this time, why didn't I see it?
We'll talk about it at the bar tonight. We should do shots. We should celebrate that there aren't any secrets between us anymore. Maybe one thing will lead to the other. Hey, maybe we can both wear the comic book thongs tonight. Where did you get them? What do you think? He does have a birthday coming up. You know, there was more than one Robin for Batman.
No, that's so gross. I can't believe you'd even say something like that. I can't talk to you. You actually think I'm going out for drinks with you after what you told me? No way in hell. I need to go clear things up with Ben. Forget about drinks tonight. My head is spinning.
I thought you loved Ben. You don't want to give him the best birthday present ever?
Stop talking or I swear.
Okay, fine. Go talk to Ben. We can have drinks next week.
We're not drinking. I don't want to talk to you. Bye.
Huh? Katie? Okay. See you at work on Monday.
Hey, Katie, you got a sec? I want to talk to you.
What's up? Oh, is this about Ben? Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I did. Katie, you're really dating Ben? Because he told me he didn't have anything to do with you like that. He said you guys were good friends growing up, but nothing was ever sexual between you two. You never dated in high school. Katie, what's going on?
Oh, so that's how he decided to play it, huh? I thought he might. Look, Ben's just lying to you to spare your feelings. He's always had a tendency to avoid conflict.
So you're telling me you're sticking by what you told me. I don't understand how you can be so delusional. Look, I don't know what happened in your childhood that made you so obsessed with Ben, but I don't think we can be friends anymore. Please, just leave me and Ben alone. You're obviously in denial that he doesn't have any feelings for you.
Hilarious! You're the one that's in denial. Think about it. I've known him 10 times longer than you have. The only reason I was comfortable with him fooling around with you on the side is because we have such a solid relationship. But things are going to have to change after all. Because... drumroll, please. He proposed! We're engaged to be married.
You've got to be kidding me.
Nope! It was just like I imagined. He got down on one knee and everything. He must have been planning for us to get married on our anniversary. So, you see, I don't care what you call me. I am totally 100% secure in my relationship. So much so that I was actually considering letting you continue being his mistress after we get married. But I don't appreciate your tone with me, so I'm changing my mind. I'm not letting my Benny see you when we get married.
Right. I don't even know what to say. You've lost your mind, Katie.
I'm sorry. I guess you thought you could steal him away for yourself, but you never had a chance to begin with. And because of your crappy attitude, you've lost the privilege of being Ben's plaything.
Katie, you're scaring me. Ben swears he never saw you as anything but a sister.
Brothers and sisters aren't allowed to do what we do. Anyway, why would he propose then? I'm finally getting what I want. I already sent him my resignation letter. Next week is my last week at work.
You quit your job?
Of course! I told you that was my plan. Did you forget? Plus, I have a ton of wedding planning to do. I've dreamed about this all my life. I'm not going to waste my time going to work when I have the rest of my life to get ready for.
Just stay away from me. And get some help. Really, go talk to someone.
You're the one that needs therapy. I'm on top of the world. I'm going to be Ben's bride, just like I drew in my sketchbook when I was 8. I'll see you at the wedding. Ciao! Hey, what are you doing at my wedding wearing white? What is wrong with you? I'm not letting you ruin my wedding. You understand you're just making a fool of yourself. Everybody's here to celebrate us. Me and Ben. How dare you try to steal the spotlight with your cheap sequin dress?
Katie, why are you at the wedding? We didn't invite you.
What are you even talking about? Are you stupid? Why would the bride not be at her own wedding? Please just get out of here before I call the police on you. You lost, all right? Ben is mine, so just get over it already.
Katie, please, get a hold of yourself. Look around you. Who do you see at the tables? Do you really think all these people are here to celebrate your marriage to Ben? Really, Katie, I need you to listen to me. It's all in your head. This is my wedding with Ben. You're not a part of it.
The people? I see Ben's parents, my sisters over there by the reception desk. There are my mom and dad. Yeah, everyone's here. Of course they are. It's my wedding. They're all here for my special day.
Katie, I asked your parents to come here in case you decided to crash our wedding. I had a bad feeling this might happen.
Crash your wedding? Anna, I know it's difficult for you to understand that a man can love 2 women, but he loves us both. You're just ignorant. Love is free. Anyway, I better get to my spot. I don't want to be late to my own wedding.
Stop. Katie, Ben is marrying me, not you. Look at your parents' faces. Do they look like they're celebrating?
That's your fault for coming to my wedding wearing white, you crazy person.
Uh-huh. How about the welcome board? Did you see that? It says Ben and Anna welcome you.
But that's not right. I'm his first. I'm his first everything. We were together all our lives. He promised he'd be mine forever. You can't do this to me. What did you do? You must have threatened him or blackmailed him or something. What did you do to my Benny? Who the hell do you think you are?
You think I blackmailed him into marrying me? How would that even work? He asked to marry me, and we're getting married today. Everyone's here for us, and I've already made sure everybody knows how deranged you are.
Deranged? You're the crazy one if you think you can break me and Ben up. I've known him 10 times longer than you. You two are nothing. What I have with Ben is real. You're just his second wife. You came way after me.
Okay, but he asked me to marry him. That's why my name's on the welcome board.
Well, you might have gotten him to marry you, but you're not going to break us up. I'm still going to be his special buddy.
Ben says he's never, ever slept with you, and he will never in a million years sleep with you. That's an exact quote, by the way. He says he's not into thick girls.
What did you call me? I'm not losing my Ben to some ugly-faced witch. I've always wanted to tear that mole off your face. You have the nerve to call me fat when you have that giant black bean stuck on your cheek?
My Monroe mole? Ben says it's sexy, but whatever. I'm happy with how I look. I wasn't trying to put down your looks either. I was just trying to say you're not his type. That's probably why nothing ever happened between you guys.
You're lying! Ben and I are inseparable. Whatever you did, this is temporary. We'll be back together before no time.
I don't think so. We're going to be moving after the wedding. I've already told our family members and the realtor to make sure to keep our new address a secret.
What? Moving? What for? What are you trying to do?
We got new jobs. All that studying paid off. Both Ben and I were headhunted from a big company with great benefits. Especially with a crazy stalker and a delusional relationship with my husband, it seemed like good timing. We're going to settle down and start our new life together as man and wife. Sorry, but no third wheel needed.
I'm not a third wheel. You're number 2. I was first. I was the first out of everybody. Ben's mine.
Ben's not a thing you can own. He's made his choice, and it's me. You're going to have to accept reality sooner or later.
Where are you moving? Tell me your new address, and the name of your company too. I'll see if I can get a job there. We'll figure it all out. This isn't a problem.
I'm not telling you where we're moving. I don't want anything to do with you. I do feel sorry for you, though, and hope you turn out all right. We're leaving, and hopefully this will be the clean break you need so you can get over Ben.
Shut up, you polka-dot-faced man-stealer! You don't deserve Ben! I don't care anymore! I'm going to ruin everything. You're not taking Ben away from me and having a beautiful wedding. Nope. Gonna trash this place like you won't believe.
You better think about that for a second. Your family is here at Ben and my wedding. Do you understand what that means? They told me they have your psychiatrist on call. If you do anything, you're going in for a 72-hour observation.
Dr. Roy? No, I'm not crazy. That man is a liar.
Katie, you're at my wedding wearing a wedding dress. You've been in some sort of imaginary relationship with your childhood friend. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I just want to marry the man I love and start my life with him. Please, for your own sake, just go home. All your friends from school are here too. Do you really want them all to see you have a nervous breakdown?
All my friends from school? Why would you call them?
You grew up with Ben. They're his friends too. They're all here for Ben. People are starting to notice you. You're hiding in the room near the entrance, but people saw you go in. They're just waiting for you to come screaming out of the room and make a scene.
But this doesn't make any sense. Why would Ben choose you? Why am I the one hiding from my friends? This is all your fault. If only you didn't steal Benny away from me, this would be my wedding.
I doubt it. Ben's never been attracted to you.
Why not? Why doesn't he want to be with me?
How am I supposed to know? You should ask Ben. I mean, if he hasn't blocked you yet.
What? Hannah!
You showed up at his wedding wearing a wedding dress. He's totally freaked out. Please stay out of our lives. Your sister will take you home, okay? Good luck with everything.
Hannah, don't do this to me!
You were a really good friend. Everything except for being in a delusional relationship with my husband. You were great. Next time, make sure the relationship is real before you go all head over heels for the guy, okay? Goodbye. Take care.
Anna, wait. At least tell me where you're going. Anna!
As the wedding was about to start, the crowd heard an ungodly screech coming from a room, then saw the disheveled Katie screaming and kicking like a 3-year-old having a tantrum. Luckily, her parents and sister were already by the door and immediately dragged off the inconsolable mess that was their daughter. The wedding started right on time as if nothing had happened, and to my great relief, everything went as planned. Apparently, Katie could not handle the shock of losing her imaginary boyfriend and is living at her parents' house in her childhood room. Her parents came to our house to apologize and offered to give us money for the trouble their daughter caused, but we refused. All we asked of them is that they keep their daughter away from us. We don't need any more than that. To be honest, I'm not sure how to feel about it all. Ben and I are happy in our new house, and we both love our new jobs. It just goes to show how fragile a person's psyche is. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Also, don't hesitate to let us know what you thought in the comments.